Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create a very basic Docker file to create a Docker container and just to use Docker in general. The basic commands you'll be working with are from, workdir, run, copy, and cmd. You can also, I'll go into things like env as well later on. To do this, what you want is as well your source. Mine's currently empty, it's just an example. And then also your Docker file. It's just a plain file, nothing else needed. And that's to be the case sensitive as well for Dockerfile. And you're going to want this in the same directory as your src, or as your working directory. So one thing you're going to want to do, the first thing is that these hash symbols, they're comments for Docker. So nothing will be run if it's after a hash. So the first thing is you're going to run a command called from. Now from is sort of saying what language you'll be using. Again, this is basic, but it'll be language. So for example, if we want to use Java, a current version of Java, we can do open JDK 11-JDK, and that will then in our Docker container it will install Java 11 from OpenJDK. And if you want to do Python, you can also do the exact same with Python 3 or 3.7 or whatever you want. But it's just sort of setting the foundations for it. The next thing to do is you want to set the working directory, the workdir, which in this case is literally just src, and in probably most cases src, or you can call it whatever you want. And that's just where, well, your work is going to be. Yeah. Just in relation to that, there's the copy, which then copies the current directory contents into the container. And again, that's you just type in is // /src. Again, this is then copying everything from your working directory into then the container to use. Now the main one here is the run command, and again, it's kind of the point with Docker is it's just it's unlike a VM, it's exactly what you need. So you're only installing the very bare necessities. So the first thing you're going to want to do is run apt get update. That's the very first command, and then after that you can run all you want, but you have to make sure you remember to put this in. And you'll want to probably do update -y, which just basically says whenever it says yes or no, just do yes. That's basically a necessity. So once you've got your run apt update, you can do run whatever you want. So for example, if you want to install Maven, you do run apt get install Maven -y, and then simply just do and if you want to add like other commands. You can also do anything else. You could do pip install as long as you've installed pip and various other things like that as well. So it's basically just running commands to install the necessary packages. And again, after you copy the current directory, if you, for example, need to run a command like run Maven package, then you can run that after copy as well. It's not essential. But yeah. Now, once you've installed everything and you've got everything ready to go, you're going to want to choose how you want to run the program. So you've got your code and it's all in src and everything's there. But what you're going to want to do is you open up with the square brackets, then each individual command, so you give it a single quote, and then whatever it is, just says sh, and then comma. Then whenever you got a command that's separated by a space, that's a new thing with a new set of quotes. So again, if it's just running a program of some sorts, or in this case it wouldn't be sh, but just say if it was then ./compiler, then closed, and that'll be it. But again, if you needed to run with a command, you do comma with just say flags of -v. -f or whatever it is, that's how you separate them, that's how you do commands is with spaces. But yeah, then all you have to do to build and have this Docker image is you got your container, you simply run build what is it? It's sorry. Also just run a sudo docker build. Then you can just sort of run sudo docker build But in this case, I'd run sudo docker build, just say -t, and then give it a name. So my first Docker, as example. Then you do space dot. You'll make sure afterwards you have this space dot there, and it will do it. Now I'd run sudo, but because normally with Linux, of course, it's on Windows, but you get the command. It has to be run with superuser permissions. But yeah, you may have to do sudo docker image build, but generally it's just docker build -t, then the name, and that's just to give it a name, just for clarity's sake. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, rate, subscribe, or share with friends. Subscribe button on the screen here. Well, thank you very much, and goodbye.